I'm here today to give you my top 10 tips for cruising. Coming in at number 10 is using the cruise lines app. What you can do on the app is you can check your onboard account, you can make reservations for dining, you can check out the entertainment schedule, and you can even book your shore excursions. Perhaps the most beneficial thing of the app is watching the safety video or the muster video while you are waiting to board your ship. Number 9, knowing your cruise line's dress codes. Some cruise lines have what's called a formal night or a semi-formal or an elegant night where they request that you dress up. This usually occurs twice on a 7-night cruise. However, not all cruise lines participate in this. Some, such as Norwegian and Virgin Voyages, do not do any kind of dress-up night, just come as you are. And if you are on a cruise line that does suggest that you dress up on a particular night, you do not have to dress up on that night. Instead, you can enjoy having your dinner elsewhere, such as the buffet or other restaurant on board. Also, some cruise lines have themed nights, such as Virgin Voyages has a Scarlet Night. Several cruise lines have a white night or a white party. Depending on the time of year, they may have celebrations for a particular holiday. Check to see before you're sailing if anything is mentioned regarding any themed nights so you know what to bring. Tip number 8, do not eat at the buffet on embarkation day. It will be crowded. People are not able to go to their staterooms, and the only place they know to go is to grab a bite of food at the buffet. However, if you do your research, you will find that you can dine at the main dining room, an onboard pizzeria, or a pub, or any other included option that is open on embarkation day. So another food tip is to check the menu for the main dining room. You do not have to eat at the main dining room every night. So if you see the menu in advance and decide that what's on there is not appealing to you, there are other places on board where you can eat, so go find somewhere else. Tip number 6, for those who are able-bodied, take the stairs instead of the elevator. This not only avoids the lines that typically are around the elevator to get to your cabin or to get downstairs or upstairs to a show, but it also will help you burn off some of those calories from that second dessert that you had. Tip number 5, find out if the port of call is where you are going to be docked or where you are going to be tendered. If you are tendered, that means that you have to take a small little shuttle boat from the ship to the island itself. If you are tendering, this will take much more time to get off the boat and get to the port. So plan ahead, especially if you have a booked excursion and you have to meet at a certain time. Also, depending on your status on a cruise line and which cruise line it is, there may be a waiting line or a queue to embark onto the tender, or you may have to reserve a ticket or a timestamp to get off the ship. So please check that in advance so that you're not in a hurry the day of trying to get off the boat to make your excursion. Tip number 4, know the ship's time. The ship's time may be different from what your phone time is or what the local time on the island is. If the ship time is telling you to get back at a certain point, you must be back on time or the ship will leave without you. Tip number 3, do you want some extra discounts? You should book things in advance, such as Wi-Fi, drinks packages, specialty dining, because they are typically cheaper before you board the cruise. And also on day 1, when you embark, check out the spa to see if they have any discounts available for that day, or see if there are any discounts on specialty dining. Tip number 2, the night before your cruise ends, lay out everything that you will need for the next morning. If you need to, do a mental walkthrough of everything you would need, such as your toothbrush, any medications, what clothing that you will need. You want to make sure that you keep these items aside before you pack your suitcase. The night before, you can put your suitcase outside to be brought downstairs by the porters, and you just bring down a carry-off bag with you. And most importantly, tip number 1, check your online bill often. I say do it every day or every other day, just to make sure that there are no extra charges on your bill for things that you didn't purchase or things that you might have accidentally been billed twice for. And settle your bill the night before the cruise ends. This way you can avoid those long lines at guest services in the morning and you can just get right off the ship. If you enjoyed my top 10 tips, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any additional cruise tips. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next adventure.